This week on an all-new taste, summer salad entrees that are easy to make. Not done though till the cheese is involved, of course.
That's right.
Plus, where to order rare wine labels.
This is something that people probably cannot find anywhere.
And a look behind the scenes at a winery in California.
I'm delighted to welcome you to St. Superi Winery.
It's all new and it's right now on Taste. Welcome to Taste. I'm Jennifer Weigel here at Bespoke Cuisine in the West Loop with Kim Shambrook. Kim, thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming by.
What are we going to be making?
We're going to be making two salads today. One from our Cuban cooking party menu and the other one from our French cooking party menu.
Ooh, we're getting so international.
We are. We're all cuisine based here, you know, so we like to experiment and do different cuisines from around the world, and this is just a sample of two of them.
Is this easy?
It is very easy. That's the thing about our cooking parties. We're all baseline recipes, and the motivation is we want all the cooks that come in here and have that experience to go home and make it again.
What do we do first?
Okay, the first thing we got to do is we got to make some orange segments, all right? We're each going to take one of these oranges here and a paring knife. So we're just going to, follow me, just cut off the end, just like so. Perfect. Turn it around. Cut off the end again. All right? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of shave down right under the pith, the white part, all the way around the orange so that you don't have any of the peeling on it. There you go.
Getting better.
There you go.
Once you make one incision, it gets a little easier because you know where you're starting from.
I like that incision part. You sound so like high tech.
I'm getting very medical about this.
You are. All right, now, if you look right here, you have little white veins. Just take your knife and I want you to cut right along that vein.
Okay. Oh, very sneaky.
How about it? So you can do the same thing for any kind of citrus. You can do it for grapefruits. If you want grapefruit in the morning, you can do it for oranges. It works really well if you want really fancy limes on something. Same thing, same technique.
Okay.
These are called supremes. I've already done a few over here, Jen, so if you want to move on, we can start on something else.
Sorry, I have to.
How was it?
Super delicious.
Now the next thing we're going to do is jicama. Have you ever used jicama before?
You know what, I haven't, and it's interesting because I didn't know that's what they look
That's right.
like.
You've seen this in the store before, and you haven't
I
never
didn't
used
know
it.
what that was.
Very similar to a water chestnut in texture and crunchiness. You can either peel it with your paring knife, just very close, or you can use a potato peeler. Depends on how sharp your potato peeler is. The third ingredient in the salad is avocado. We're going to use a little of the avocado as garnish on the top, but we're also going to put it in the dressing. All right? We need a few of those, and then what we're going to do is just slice them up.
Okay.
Okay, last thing we obviously need is our romaine lettuce.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a head of romaine here. I'm just going to cut off the end of the romaine, remove the core, and then I'm just going to make a cut like this, turn it again, make another cut like this, and then I'm just going to cut down the side. So then you have nice bite-sized pieces.
Yes.
Okay, so the dressing is basically orange juice, a little bit of white wine vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, the cumin, the salt, and the sugar, some avocado, and a little salt and pepper.
Okay.
All right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to add the orange juice. Add about half that, because always when you're cooking, my recommendation is always to use half the ingredients, and then you can always add. It's harder to take away.
Easier to add later. Okay.
Maybe just a titch more. All right, good. All right, now add about half of the vinegar. That's good. Put our spices in there.
Cumin, sugar, salt, combo
There
batter.
you go. You can add all that.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Add about half the avocados.
Okay. Eek.
Put the lid on. My recommendation is to use the pulse button at first to get it going, and then if you need to blend it more, just leave the on button. So we're just gonna pulse it a little bit here till all the ingredients are sort of incorporated. All right.
There's no oil in this, is there?
Not yet.
Aha.
All right. The oil goes in last. All right. And this is where you want to put the on button, because what we're going to do is we're going to add a steady stream of olive oil
While it's
cooking, because we want to create an emulsion, and that's what makes it. It incorporates the ingredients, binds them together, and helps make it creamy. All right,
Okay.
let's try.
Tastes pretty good to me.
Tastes pretty good. I think we could add just a titch more pepper.
Is that a bespoke term? Titch?
Titch, yeah. Now it's time to toss the salad. So we've added the romaine. We're going to add some of the pieces of our avocado. All right, just a few. You want to grab some of the orange segments we did there right in front, and we'll add some of those. A little bit of the jicama.
Okay.
How pretty is that salad, huh?
Very pretty.
So we're going to add just a little bit of our dressing here, like so. Now take the tongs here and toss that all together.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to do the garnish.
Okay.
And the garnish basically is just going to be some thinly sliced radishes.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah. And the last thing we're going to add on top,
The crunch factor.
the crunch factor, some toasted pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
So we're just going to add those on the top. And there you have a very light summer Cuban-esque salad.
If you want to make this at home, you can get a copy of this recipe on our webpage at nbc5.com/taste. Let's plate this up, shall we?
Hi, I'm Michaela Rodino, and I'm delighted to welcome you to St. Superi Winery here in Rutherford in the Napa Valley. St. Superi, by Napa standards, is a fairly young winery. It was founded by the French family that owns it back in 1982. They started planting grapes, and by 1990 we were ready to open the winery and start selling wine. And we feel like we've made a lot of progress in 16 years. We've become quite famous for Sauvignon Blanc. In fact, I'm enjoying some right now. And we make delicious Cabernet from the vineyards all around us here in Rutherford. One of the most important things that makes St. Superi wine so special are our estate vineyards. It's fairly uncommon here in the Napa Valley for a winery to own all its own vineyards. But because we do, we can really make wines that are distinctive because they come only from our vineyards. This Sauvignon Blanc, for example, for which we've become rather famous, comes entirely from our Dollarhide Ranch. And here in Rutherford, where the winery is located, this is a famous area for Cabernet. So all around you, you see grapevines that are producing really terrific Rutherford Cabernet. We have an incredible richness to offer people who are visiting the Napa Valley. We have the Atkinson House behind us, which is an historic monument, and we've preserved it as a living museum of Napa in the 1880s. And we have all kinds of seminars for people, educational seminars at all different levels, from very high-end wine tastings to very simple wine and food pairings. We have a fair amount of gallery space here because of all the winery exhibits in the upstairs gallery, and a lot of that wall space we devote to continuously changing art exhibits. So it's really fun to visit here frequently because you get a pretty good, I mean, something's always happening that's different and new and you haven't seen it before. The one thing that everybody remembers about visiting St. Superi is an exhibit we have in the upstairs gallery called Smell-O-Vision, which is an interactive wine aroma exhibit where you push a lever and up comes a whiff of an aroma commonly found in Sauvignon Blanc, for example, like floral characters or new mown hay or grapefruit, those kinds of things. And what happens is that people put their noses in there and they go, oh, I recognize that, I get it. All of a sudden, I can do this. I can taste wine, I understand what's going on here, and it just turns them on, which is great. If I had to choose one thing about St. Superi that is really key, I would say that we probably make the most distinctive Sauvignon Blanc in the Napa Valley, and we're really proud of it. Can I sneak in another one? Sure. I really love our Cabernet too.
Here's some wine from Argentina, a Malbec Reserva.
Coming up, the place to order unusual wines.
This has attracted a lot of attention.
Welcome back. I'm here at Bespoke Cuisine with Kim Shambrook, and today we're making some summer salads, right, Kim?
That's right.
What are we making next?
Today we're going to make our asparagus fennel heart of palm salad.
Okay, how do we get started?
All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep some of our ingredients.
Okay.
All right, and the thing I like about this salad, Jennifer, is that we use some ingredients that you probably don't typically use in your kitchen, such as fennel. Do you use fennel at home?
Never.
All right, and hearts of palm. Do you like hearts of palm?
I like them, but I don't use them very often.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to show you how to use them in a salad. So the first thing I want you to do is to take some of the hearts of palm.
Now, when you buy these, do they come canned this
Yes,
way?
they come canned and they're in water.
Okay.
All right? So the shelf life is really great for
Great.
hearts of palm. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to just cut it on the bias, all right? I like to cut on the bias a lot because I think it makes things more interesting. See, if you just cut it like this, kind of boring.
Yeah.
But if you cut like this, the pieces look a lot more interesting.
Fancier.
All right?
Okay.
So let's cut some of those up. I'll race
Angle
you.
away. Oh, you're gonna win. You know you are. I'm just happy I haven't hit a finger.
You've done a great job today.
Oh, you're sweet. It's just because you make it look easy.
All right, let's just put our hearts of palm in the bowl. The next thing we're going to do, Jennifer, is we're going to cut up some fennel. All right? I love fennel. Love, love, love it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut off the top, and we're going to reserve these fennel fronds for the top of our salad, okay? So I'm going to put those to one side. Then I'm going to cut off the bottom. And like I talked before, you always want to create a flat surface when you're cutting. So we're going to cut that in half. And then I'm just going to take the knife and I'm going to thinly shave it. Just like this. Now fennel will start to oxidize if it's left out in the air for too long. So if you're going to, yeah, it's going to get brown. So if you're going to do this the day before, my recommendation is you add a little cold water to the top of it.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to take a little bit of this fennel and just put in our salad to give it nice crunch. I love the aroma of fennel. And you can eat it raw, or you can also braise it in the oven. It's really good, sort of like a potato au gratin with fennel. It's really, really excellent. All right, so there's that.
Fennel is in.
Now I've taken some asparagus and I've already blanched it.
Okay.
All right, so you want to do that. You don't want to blanch it a long time. You just want to sort of put it in boiling hot water for about 2 minutes, take it out, and then shock it in ice water. All right? So I'm going to add some of that because you still want the asparagus to be crunchy.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to add some of that. Now, I need your help with this.
Okay.
All right, the grape tomatoes, I want you to just cut in half, again on the bias.
On the bias.
Side, there you go.
There we go, a little angle.
Perfect. All right, so we got some tomatoes in there.
Okay.
Next ingredient here is our Stilton. But like any good chef, I think you need to taste a little before.
Sampling.
Sampling.
Sampling is good.
How about it? Good
Wowie.
stuff?
That's great stuff.
All right, this is going to be on top.
Oh yeah, put a lot of that in there.
All right, so now we're going to do the dressing.
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take a drizzle of the lemon oil over the top,
Okay.
just like so.
3
Three,
circles. Okay.
about 2 tablespoons. Little bit less, about half a tablespoon of olive oil. Fresh ground pepper, about half a teaspoon. About a half a teaspoon of salt. We're just going to mix it all together here.
This looks good. It's not done though till the cheese is involved. Of
That's
course.
right, that's right. All right, so now we're going to plate it up here. Now you can use mixed greens, you can use arugula, whatever you want to use. I like this because I think it's got good color.
Yeah.
All right,
Very
and
pretty.
it's also very delicate. All right, we're going to take some of our salad here. Just going to set right in the middle.
Very nice. So the
know
butter
you-
lettuce is more an accessory.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And we can't forget your favorite ingredient now. A little bit of the crumbled Stilton. And there you have it.
Wouldn't it be great if they made that stuff fat-free and it still tasted that good?
Yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That's pretty.
How about that? So there's your
Beautiful.
asparagus fennel heart of palm salad on butter lettuce with a little Stilton cheese.
And if you want to make this here at Bespoke, find out about classes where?
You can go to our website, www.bespokecuisine.com, or call us at 312-455-8400.
I need a fork, Miss Kim.
Rare wines shipped right to your home is the name of the game for Lionstone International, a Lake Forest-based company that's been shipping wine for almost 3 decades.
Well, we provide an experience for our customers, wines that are hard to find, wines you typically don't find on the shelves in restaurants or liquor stores or wine shops, wines that come from around the world, including the United States, and wines from predominantly small suppliers that just normally don't get to the market.
Through private tastings, the internet, and direct marketing, customers find out about new and unusual wines from around the world. The staff takes part in wine tastings to be able to educate consumers on new and unusual products.
Here's some wine from Argentina, Malbec, Reserva.
Vice President Ed Jack says what makes Lionstone special is the relationships they've built up over the years with the winemakers.
This is a fellow we met years ago, Pierluigi Giacchi from Tuscany in Chianti region. And he's made wines for us for the last 12, 13 years. We've had a great relationship with him. This is something that people probably cannot find anywhere, and it probably belongs best in the Da Vinci Code. This is a group of monks on an island off the coast of Cannes called the Island of Lorraine. And this is the Abbey of Lorraine. They produce unbelievably good wines there. We talked to the main friar at the Abbey, and he was reluctant to let us really commercialize the wine, as he said, but he reluctantly gave us a few pallets of the wine, and we've had a lot of fun with this wine.
By signing up for one of their wine clubs, the shopping can be done for you based on your personal preferences.
We have several. We have one called Discovery, which is more of an introductory club. It's 2 bottles of wine, taste and compare. We have another club called Four Seasons Wine Club, which is really our fastest growing program. It's a case of wine a quarter. It is mixed wines, 6 white, 6 red, or the customer can have all red wines or all white wines if they choose. The wines come from around the world.
So if you're looking for some off-the-beaten-path wines to impress your dinner guests, Lionstone may be able to help. The story behind the label can often be a conversation piece for any dinner party.
This has attracted a lot of attention. The man that owns this winery, he's an ex-pilot, and his mother-in-law was a cancer survivor for breast cancer, and he's created this line of wines where he donates a major portion of the revenue from the wine sales to breast cancer. So we distribute it for him. It's a lot of fun.
If people want to learn more about what we do and more about our wines or order wines from us, they can go to our website or contact us through our 800 number.
Hello, I'm Bob Blue from Bonterra Vineyards, and these are my wine picks of the week. My first pick is the Bonterra Chardonnay. It's from Mendocino County. The Chardonnay is grown all along the Russian River. The Russian River is a major physical aspect of Mendocino. It cuts right through Mendocino County, the heart of Mendocino County, and our vineyards are right next to the Russian River in these deep, we call Russian River and coal loam soils. The characteristics we tend to get with Mendocino Chardonnay are these really rich green apple, lemon sort of characteristics. And I employ a couple different things to make the wine. I really like the fruit to stand out, but I also want to have some of these characteristics that we do in winemaking to add some flavor, and that is some barrel fermentation with American and French oak barrels. This gives it some vanilla and some nice slight flavors of coffee. And also we do something called malolactic fermentation, and this adds a little bit of creaminess to the wine and makes the wine a little bit softer. So these are the things that we do with the Chardonnay to really make it much fuller and richer, and yet not take away from the lemon and citrus character of Mendocino Chardonnay. Well, my next pick is the Syrah 2003 vintage, again from Mendocino County. You know, we've been producing Syrah for a long time. It's a really wonderful variety for Mendocino. The great thing about Mendocino is we have this sort of contrasting climate where we have a great warm season, but because of the Pacific Ocean, we always get these really cool nights and cool temperatures. So it's hot and then it's cold. And this gives us great color. It also gives us good acidity and gives us, I think, great life in the wine. The wines are really vibrant and it comes through, I think, in the glass. You know, one of the classic things that you get with Syrah is this blackberry and sometimes smoky characteristics as part of the grape. We are doing something that's traditionally done in the Northern Rhone, and that's blending it with a little bit of Viognier. Viognier is another Rhone variety. It's a white Rhone variety, and so we add just a little bit of white wine to this red wine, and that gives us some of this nice perfume, peaches and apricot sort of perfume on top of the blackberry fruit. And I'm Bob Blue from Bonterra Vineyards, and these are my wine picks of the week.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. If you're just joining us, you missed two fantastic summer salads that Kim from Bespoke was making. What are they, Kim?
This is our Cuban salad from our Cuban cooking party menu. It's romaine lettuce with avocado, orange slices, pepitas, sliced radishes, and an avocado dressing.
And over here?
And over here we have our asparagus fennel heart of palm salad with grape tomatoes and Stilton cheese.
If you want the recipes, go to our webpage, nbc5.com/taste. I'm Jennifer Weigel. We'll see you next week. Can I try it now?
Absolutely.
Gotta get some cheese on there. Yum. If you're just joining us, you missed two fantastic summer salads that Kim from Bespoke was making. What are they, Kim?
This is the, what are you gonna do?
Okay.
Pull it towards you.
That's why
All right.
you're the professional.